Hey, it's Sickboy from the Gaminganarchist Collective, and welcome to the top 10 gaming-related dickheads for February 2016. Now, I'm going to do a quick recap on what is the criteria for this, because I've had a fair few people asking me, because it's taken a hiatus and new people have popped along, as to what this is. What constitutes a dickhead is quite simple. It is not the worst, it is not the most evil, it is not someone who's a piece of shit necessarily, but it is something that's just fucking dumb and deserves to be called out, and for me just to go, you fucking dickhead. It's something that you shouldn't have to have done, but you fucking did it anyway. It's your own fuck-ups making me think you have done something fucking stupid. Be that a person or a company, that's my criteria. Simple as that. So, without further ado, let's get the ball rolling. Number 10, Naughty Dog. Oh, Naughty Dog, this is pretty fucking funny. Now, they just recently released a trailer for Uncharted 4: Thief's End. And in that trailer, as you can see, they used a piece of artwork. As you can see, the water, the sort of natural bridge coming up under the picture, and here is a picture of some concept art from Assassin's Creed 4. Yeah. You fucking dumbass. Somebody in your team took an asset off the internet and whacked it in the game. For starters, do you twats know nothing about Creative Commons searches, for starters? Secondly, who are you fucking employing to do this? They just googled some fucking concept art from somebody else. Now, some people have said, oh, is it really the thing? Is it a coincidence? No, they've come out and they've said, oh, sorry, we fucked up, we didn't vet the artwork. It's not the biggest issue in the world, but it's worth mentioning on this list, because, God, that was some fucking dumb shit. How did you do that? How do you manage to release a trailer and you didn't vet the art assets? You don't have a standard operating procedure whereby anybody who obtains an image has to do so and needs to include the Creative Commons state. You need to, is it an arbitration? Is it a Creative Commons license? It's pretty fucking simply done. If you want some education, I'll put the search engine in the description field. You can do that in the future. You can ask your artists, artists who are just gonna fucking come out and what, copy and paste shit off the internet? What fucking superb contractors you've got there. Jesus fucking Christ, you knobbers. Number 9, Capcom. Oh, Capcom. The release of Street Fighter V has been, frankly, fucking hilarious. You know, I'm not going to get on you so much for the DLC practices, because I understand how your operating model works, and I know that if you promise you don't start releasing more and more iterations, and there is price drops over time, I'm okay with you building the roster through DLC. I'm okay with you adding stages via DLC. Don't mind so much if it means there's only going to be one version of the game. That's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. What is pretty fucking dumb is you've managed to release a game, the first game of its type since you first created this model, and didn't include an arcade mode. Now, yes, there is a survival mode. I think the survival mode's fucking annoying, to be honest. It's one of those things that it's not the end of the world because there's a survival mode, the story mode's fucking shit. Let's be honest, the story mode is shit. It's between 3 and 5 one-round fights that are so fucking easy, and the art style of the cutscenes doesn't match the art style of the game. It's fucking lazy. It's fucking lazy shit. You'd have been better off with an arcade mode, with a bookmark little cutscene at the beginning and the end. Like you've always done. That would have been a better deal. And it wouldn't have cost you any fucking more. How much more would it have cost you? You've already got the loading. You've already got the screen stages. You literally just need, as you've always had, a list of the fucking levels. It's so simple. And to not include it is just shitty. It's just fucking shitty. And that's crap. It's fucking stupid crap, because you could have done it. And to be like, oh, well, we're looking into it now. Did you not think it was just a thing you should have thrown in there that's going to cost you nothing to put it in there, but it would just cause you so much flack for not putting it in there. That's my problem. That's my real problem with this. They could have added it easily, and they just thought, oh, I didn't bother. For the sake of a tiny amount of effort. No one would have complained if the game had an arcade mode, and if your challenge mode was actually fucking out on time. As of release, the challenge mode isn't unlocked yet. It'll be unlocked in the future. The store isn't open yet, and thank God for that, because frankly, I don't want to be charged shit to fucking play. But not only those issues, you're on this list as well for holy fucking shit. Your connectivity has been wank. You've not been logging me in, for starters, been thrown out a ton of times, and you have yet to implement bullshit penalties for people who bullshit and fucking dump the game scam when they're being beaten. It's fucking pathetic. I put something on Twitter the other day, and I'm shit at Street Fighter, but there was one guy who was way ranked higher than me. I played, I was whooping their ass. I was one hit away from winning 2 rounds to 0, and, oh, lost connection. That person was on a 9-win streak. How many games has that twat rage quit in order to build that streak? That's bullshit. That of itself is bullshit. Not to mention, I was having ranked and casual games, and they were coming up with an error. Sorry, our servers didn't register the results of that. I mean, it's fucking abysmal. You've had fucking beta after beta after beta, and you still have fucked that up. Okay? Seriously? And the only reason you don't get fucking higher on this list is because for the PS4 version, you actually included backwards compatibility to PS3 fight sticks. That is one of the few times I can say, Capcom, you've done your fucking job properly. That is something you should be doing. That is really good. I'm going to give you praise for that. The rest of it, sort your fucking lives out. Number 8, Raygun Brown. Now, Kotaku Australia contributor Raygun Brown wrote this article. It's time to grow up, be an adult and play some Street Fighter V. Whereby this fucking knobber goes off on one of the most pathetic fucking tirades I have ever read. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, he starts off, I'll preface it, obviously the whole article will be in the description field if you fancy reading that fucking tripe, but I'll give you a little breakdown of it. He mentions the fact that when he was a young lad in a small town, Street Fighter 2 had just come out, and some people didn't play Ken because his long hair made him look like a pufter, and that was deeply triggering to the point where he still remembers this 25 years later. It's clearly a very, very upsetting event that some young boys made comments that Ken had long hair and therefore was a bit of a puff. That is apparently deeply upsetting to this man, because he details 2 specific instances through Street Fighter V that deeply upset him. First being Armika. He goes to defend, obviously, the removal of the butt slap animation, and then goes on to say how it's uncomfortable and sickening that a woman has big tits and a teenage face. What? You're telling me that baby-faced women can't have massive tits? I'll tell you, I fucking married one, so you're full of shit there, mate. What are you talking about? Those... Oh, I'm sorry, does someone in a fighter look like a young woman? Oh, she has pigtails, big tits, big ass, and a revealing Japanese wrestler costume. And it's really, like, quite deeply upsetting to him. And he spent his time going through forum posts and literally stalking everybody he could find, seeing all of their likes, the websites they go onto, the thing that... Like, this guy's literally got a stalking campaign against anybody who seemed to be unhappy with the removal of the Armika butt slap. And, frankly, I was unhappy with it on the grounds that they put it in the first place and they removed it because people would take offence. And people are still fucking taking offence, so it's pointless. They're still taking offence at the game. So to remove that butt slap was pandering, and to have removed it was purely pointless because they're still fucking complaining. So there's just no point in capitulating with these knobs. That's why people are opposed to it, because it's capitulation that doesn't fucking work. But oh no, so he goes down the rabbit hole and gets himself all fucking triggered and upset because multiple people have said bad things, and they like things like Fallout 4 nude mods, and they've liked images of Lara Croft's tits and stuff. It's fucking shocking. The man is deeply upset. And then, it's not just that, it's that some people are unhappy with the introduction of Fang. Now, I'm unhappy with the introduction of Fang because he's fucking bullshit, and if you main him, there is a special place for you in hell. He's a fucking annoying knobber. His moveset is fucking irritating, and I cannot stand him for that reason. Fucking weird, annoying moveset with poison attacks. He can fuck off. And so people were upset, not because, as this guy claimed, because he's effeminate and it takes him right back to his original triggering about Ken having long blonde hair and that being gay for some fucking reason. What kind of twats you were hanging around with, mate? Nobody played Ken because he was fucking, he looked like a puff. What the fuck are you talking about? Seriously, I think I've mained Ken in every Street Fighter game I've ever played. Fucking dipshit. Anyway. That's by the by. So he goes on about Fang, and the reason that people hate Fang so much is not because he's replacing Sagat, who is one of the most popular or the most OP character in vanilla Street Fighter 4. It's not because he's replacing Sagat. It's because he's effeminate, apparently. It's because he's effeminate. So he was going on about the people who aren't disturbed by a fresh-faced, youthful-looking woman with big tits, who don't find that distressing. A quick pointer. Paedophiles are not attracted to women with massive tits and big fat round asses. Just FYI, that is the opposite of paedophiles. So it's not fucking creepy if a woman looks youthful and has massive fucking tits and a big wide ass. Just so you know, that's what people call an ideal. It's an aesthetic ideal, you fucking dick. It is not some kind of weird fucking creepy pedo thing. It tells me a lot about your fucking mentality. That if you see a youthful looking face, that somehow triggers you and makes you worried about nonsense. That sets off my fucking alarm bells. I don't know about you. But yeah, he's deeply, deeply triggered that people don't like Fang, and it takes him right back to his days of Ken's long hair. You're a fucking twat. And he's like, oh, just grow up and play some Street Fighter. No, you grow up and play some Street Fighter. You've written this fucking piece of shit article, you cock. You're the one who's written an article. Go that you spent evenings of your life. He spent hours and hours stalking people, watching all the YouTube videos, making snarky comments in his little article about specific ones. What a fucking arsehole. What a sad, pathetic little shithead. Mate, fuck off. You are a fucking joke. To the point where I think it was Eric Cade over at Forbes wrote an article basically calling you a dick. So, there's that. But just go fuck yourself, you fucking dickhead. Number 7. Warner Brothers. Well, welcome back, WB. You haven't been away for long. In fact, you haven't been away at all. You've just announced, after your fucking last month shitting on Mortal Kombat fans who play it on PC, let's go back a little bit in history with your Batman franchise, shall we? Now, Arkham Origins, when it was released on PC, was not made by Rocksteady, was outsourced, and was a buggy piece of shit. Seriously. When I was playing it on my PC, there were bits of points where the game was fucking broken. I put a video back on it when it first came out. Literally, there was a bug in the game that was so fucking bad that it would glitch enemies out of combat, and they would be walking around and following you and firing guns that couldn't hit you and you couldn't hit them. So they were totally glitched out of the combat mechanics, but they would just follow you around and firing at you. It was ridiculous. It was so fucking bad. It takes you out of the game so bad. There were cases you couldn't climb up certain fucking ledges and it was killing the game. It was fucking awful. And then you basically didn't patch the game. After you patched it once and then went, oh, after sending the DLC, we're not going to patch it anymore. You fucking twats. So anyway, Arkham Knight's coming out, and obviously people were saying, great, Rocksteady's making this. It's not being made by WB Montreal. It's going to be a fucking superb game. Yet, they weren't making the PC port. No. The same people that made Arkham Origins did the PC port, and it was fucking atrocious. To the point where they issued blanket refunds for everybody, pulled it from sale, put it back on sale, took it on full price for so fucking long without any kind of discount, haven't brought some of the DLC across, I don't believe, yet. In fact, they may have done that now, but they're fucking around for ages. And now, they've just announced this week that they are canning the... So it's not this week, it was a week or so ago. But they are going to can the Mac and Linux version of Arkham Knight. I guess because you just can't get it fucking working, which is obviously why you're doing it. What is wrong with you, WB? Why can't you do fucking PC ports properly? Like, it's just luck, isn't it? It's just luck. If your contractors happen to do it, great. You have what, no fucking QA department? Do you just not give a shit? Do you even test this crap? You fucking worthless cocks, WB. As I've said this before, and I'll say this again. If you must play a WB game, play it on a fucking console, because Jesus fucking Christ, their PC, and by extension, of course, Linux and Mac, is fucking atrocious. You're fucking abysmal, WB. You are really, really doing fucking badly with this shit. Sort your fucking lives out. Number 6, Apple. Apple. Now, you've pulled some weird censorious shit in the past. I recall, after the Din and Roof shooting, you were pulling games that contained the rebel flag. So there were strategy games that were being pulled because they were American Civil War strategy games, and you pulled them from iOS because they had the rebel flag. Holy fucking shit. Now, to top that, to make that sound like fucking normal, they have pulled The Binding of Isaac from iOS. Why, you might ask? Because it depicts violence and abuse of children. Oh my fucking god. Put an age rating on it then, you fucking twats. There is, I think, already one. What is the fucking matter with you? I'm sorry, is your platform just a kiddie platform? You can't have games that are for sale on every other platform? Because I've got Binding of Isaac on my PlayStation and on my PC. No problems whatsoever. It's for sale on multiple platforms from multiple different stores. You're the only people in the fucking Western world of any market that I'm aware of. I don't think Germany have censored it. I don't think Australia have censored it. But Apple, oh, fucking hold on to your girdles, ladies. This is going to be triggering. I'm sorry. Can't have Binding of Isaac on iOS. It's just too fucking harmful. Right, okay, you know, you're gonna ban that. But if you're talking about long-lasting fucking psychological harm, you might want to consider removing that piece of shit Revolution 60. Just saying. Number 5, Konami. Konami just seems to want to fuck the corpse of Metal Gear into the ground. I'm convinced that is actually... It was not in Operation Snake Eater, where Big Boss lost his eye. No. He was skull-fucked by Konami. I'm convinced his eye socket is just full of fucking jizz at this point. It is unbelievable. They've just trialled, and they've just launched a new little sneaky thing into the PC Japanese version of the Phantom Pain. And expect this to come in a future fucking patch. I mean, not that many people are still playing it, but... The Mother Base coins. The things that you can earn in-game or you can buy with actual money in order to pay for the forward operating bases and to buy materials. Now, these Mother Base coins now have an expiry date on them. It doesn't matter whether you earned them or whether you bought them with real money. If you don't spend them within 6 months, they get taken away from you. Konami, why? There is literally no fucking logical reason for doing this. This is just shitty. It's really, really fucking shitty. There is... For what reason? Are your servers just far too fucking overburdened that it can't keep one number stored on there? Being as you've cloud saved all this fucking data. Hence, that you keep pulling shit out of people's games sometimes. That you fucked people over left, right and centre with that fucking online connectivity shit. But what the fuck? What was the purpose? I mean, you've already fucked the corpse of this franchise. a game that came out 2/3 fucking complete, and with the audacity to include a summary of the missing third of the game in the collector's edition. Yeah, thanks for that, fucker. I really enjoyed putting the DVD in for that and discovering it, you fucking knob. But no, now, even if you paid actual money for these not actual coins, they will take them away from you if you're in Japan and playing on PC. Expect this to come with a fucking patch soon with a console or a PC near you, because they are coming to be the greediest, money-grubbingest little fucking twats possible. Just, seriously, I've said this before, just fucking give up on game development. Just stop. Just go to your pachinko machines and fuck off. Nobody wants you anymore. Sell off your franchises and go fucking drink some bleach or something, because you're worthless at this point. Number 4, Dan Golding. Oh, Dan Golding, it's been a while since I've had an opportunity to tear you a new one, you useless fucking tosser. This Australian BuzzFeed contributor has written an article, and it's fucking glorious. Take a look at this shit. 9 things straight white guys won't understand about gaming. Yeah, you just read that right. Shall we go through this one point for point? Just do it quickly, because it's fucking glorious. Let me just go through these 9 points, because they are just fucking spectacular. So number 1. The gamer who just kicked your ass in Assassin's Creed is probably a 33-year-old lesbian from Wollongong. Unlikely if it's the most recent Assassin's Creed, Mr. What white straight guys don't know about gaming, because the latest Assassin's Creed doesn't have any online multiplayer, but that aside... And that aside that the one before that was co-op, largely. What? What? Alright, yeah, women play games now and some women are lesbians. Thanks for the fucking... That's amazing. That's amazing, thank you, because I was not aware that some people are women and that some women... are lesbians. Thanks for the... And some of them play games. It's fucking amazing. It's absolutely mind-blowing. I had no idea. You are a sage of our time, Dan. I wish to prostrate myself at your feet. You are the living saint. Number 2, gaming has never been the sole domain of the straight white dude. Dan, we've been telling you that shit forever and you don't fucking listen. The likes of you were not listening when all the gamers said... Stop calling gamers all straight white dudes, because gamers are not all straight white dudes, and now all of a sudden, guess what? Gamers are all straight white dudes! The fuck, man? The fuck, you piece of shit. Number 3, creativity, not masculinity, drove the early gamers. Although, actually, Dan, allow me to just debunk this now I think about it. For one, now I've had half a second to think about it because I've not read all these. I've just skimmed through it and laughed my tits off and added you to the list. So this is my first time reading some of these. I hadn't read this one before. Let me just point out that pioneering industries, such as gaming when it was an experimental art form, it is driven by masculinity, because it is testosterone that causes people to take risks. People who don't take risks do not pioneer things. So it actually was masculinity. You unbelievable fuckwit. Seriously, find me one industry. Name me an industry. Name me something that was pioneered, where people took a fucking risk on something never done before, and that was not a man who did it. This is not a sexist comment, this is generally, because here's the downside, let me be honest about it, the downside of it is that a load of men are fucking idiots and do dumb shit. The lucky and the great succeed, everyone else does fucking dumb shit. That's what the Darwin Award's for. That's why you don't see many women in the Darwin Awards. Because men do dumb shit. Men take dumb risks. Sometimes those dumb risks pay off massively. So, for example, you want to be John Carmack and John Romero, sleeping on a floor, eating nothing but fucking cold pizza, and coding up until the night to release the first episode of a game for free. That could have been a massive failure, but it was a huge success. People take these risks, and largely... physiologically, it's driven by testosterone. Well done, fuckhead. Number 4. Indie developers are putting the gay in gamer, and the mainstream is taking notice. There are gays now. Just now. Just recently. And it's indie developers as well. It's like you just hatched from an egg, Dan. It's like you've never met a gamer in your fucking life. Putting the gay into gamer. You're a cretin. Number 5. The girl gamer is now the game maker. Newsflash, some women make games. Mind fucking blown. Number 6. Black space warrior goddesses are a thing, but visibility is still an issue. Sorry, was that a racist comment about the colour of their skin or something? Because I'm going to play the social justice warrior for a second here, and I'm going to call you out on your fucking terrible racism. Are you suggesting that you can only see them when they smile? Is that what you're saying? You fucking racist piece of shit. You disgust... Dan, you fucking disgust me. You should seriously be ashamed of yourself. You need to atone. Number 7. The LGBTIQ games have a loyal following, but there is still more work to be done. Are you still talking to the white straight men again? For starters, that's not the right initialism for the queer community. For starters, it's fucking wrong. And yeah, niche games have a niche audience, but they are not mainstream. Funnily enough, yeah, games about gender identity are not as popular as games about shooting people in the head. Because not as many people are so invested in gender identity that they want to explore that through the medium of an indie game. Because that's how the world is, by the way. That's just reality. The majority of people are not interested in minority issues because they are not the minority, therefore they don't identify with them. That's how the world is, mate. Do you give a shit that you're probably wearing clothes that were made in a sweatshop? I'm just curious. Do you like weep about it every night? Are you aware of it? Do you really care? Do you make sure that you only buy ethically sourced cotton and that you sew it yourself at your own pubes or something? I'm curious. I mean, do you think about all these issues, about the issues that people who aren't you are facing? Because I've got newsflash for you. People don't, and it's not some kind of evil. If something is not in your face, you don't really think about it. Because there's a fucking lot out there, and you can't think about all of it because you will go absolutely fucking insane. Just, you know, as a fact. Funnily enough, niche shit is not mainstream. Thanks a lot for that, Dan. I didn't know that. Thanks for teaching me this fucking teachable moment. Number 8. Games can offer a representation of love and sexuality as diverse as real life. I think you've forgotten what your premise of this article was. Yes, thank you for another article to say that games can explore things other than standard man-woman heterosexual relationships. Thanks for pointing out the glaringly fucking obvious. Thanks again for pointing out it's not the majority because it isn't the majority that are heterosexual, that are homosexual or in other way not heterosexual. Say not heterosexual for the sake of fucking E, shall we? Alright? Straight people are the majority, therefore the majority of things representing romance are going to be straight. Again, not oppression, representation of the largest group. Because you want them to identify with it because you want their money. Just throwing that one out there. Something that Dan Golding doesn't understand. Number 9. LGBTIQ players need a space to call their own. Fuck off, you dirty hetero breeder cunts. We don't want you here. We want our little space because we want our video games to be tied up with our sexual identity because of reasons. For reasons. Because we need a gay Street Fighter tournament or something. Or Dan, we all do what we've always done and be we be gamers who we don't give a shit who you are as long as you like games. I know it's difficult because the likes of you don't like games And you don't like gamers. So you're really confused about both games and gamers. I'm sorry that this baffles you so fucking much, but the reality is quite clear. Gamers are interested in games. They're not interested in each other. They're really not. Beyond the idea of, do you like games? Cool, let's talk about games, or let's play some games. Oh, you like games? Yeah, I like games. Do you want to talk? Can I talk about my gender issues? Unless I know you, I don't give a shit. That's generally normal. If someone's like, hello, I'd like to talk to you about the fact that I feel I'm a dragonkin. Dude, seriously, I'm here for a Guitar Hero tournament. People don't give a shit about that because it's not what they're fucking engaging in. Are you engaging about games or engaging about gender politics? Or sexual identity politics? Fine. Do those things. You don't create your little space if you want, but basically just saying fuck off breeder just seems disingenuous and fucking irritating, and you need to bear in mind that you're trying to basically pit the minority off against the majority, and the minority don't come off well. They're generally more vulnerable minority as well. We're not talking about the minority being so fucking tough they can just take on anybody. It's not like the minority is fucking Chuck Liddell and everyone else is some fucking doofus. You're looking at people who are genuinely quite emotionally scarred by their wrestling with their identity, and you're trying to pit them as if you think being an ally is to pit these people off against the straight white people. Like, that's somehow a good thing, rather than saying, let's all come together and respect each other as human beings, as we were fucking doing in the first place, by the way, and just enjoy games. Because it's the ultimate leveler, isn't it? Doesn't fucking matter what your gender is, doesn't matter what you look like, or what money you have. What matters is, do you enjoy games, and how good are you at them when it comes to competition? That's all that matters, Dan. No one gives a shit. Seriously, only people so fucking heavily invested in this ideological sinkhole give a shit. Everyone else just wants to play fucking games. This is what you don't understand, Dan. It's not that they hate them. There are fucking bigots out there. Of course there are fucking bigoted gamers. But it's not that that gamers are just bigots. It's that we don't give a fuck because it's irrelevant to gaming. It's irrelevant. Fuck me, it's time that you were fucking irrelevant. You're a tosspot. Number 2, Microsoft. Microsoft, not only are you just intent on shitting on my beloved Windows 7 by forcing Windows 10 on fucking everybody in the entire fucking world, because it's the only way you can get DirectX 12. Fuck you for that. And now, here it fucking begins. They are bringing out Quantum Break on PC at the same time as the Xbox One. Good news. In general, yes. A lot of Xbox One players are really fucking mad, which is genuinely fucking funny that they're furious that you can buy the game on more than one platform. But here's the rub. And this is what really, really fucking bugs me about Microsoft. And this is why you get high on this list, dipshits. Is that the game is only for sale through the Windows 10 App Store. Now the problem with this is it doesn't install the game as an executable file, as a general application, as a normal Windows application. It is going to be a Windows app. Now, those Windows apps, one, they don't run as well. With regards to high-performance games, they do not fucking run as well. They just don't. Rise of the Tomb Raider came out on both Steam and via the Windows 10 Store. The Windows 10 Store, the game was way underperforming compared to the regular release. Way underperforming. Turns out, you can't turn the VSync offer on the grounds that it's basically something to do with the basic architecture of the apps. So no VSync changes for you, for starters, and it's just a fucking way to, it's trying to do two things at the same time. One, it's trying to force you into Windows 10. Obviously, it's trying to force you into Windows 10, and fuck you for that. Okay, fuck you for enforcing this shit. Fuck you for trying to push people If they want to take on Windows 10, they'll take on Windows 10. You want to fucking force them. I presume you want games that run properly. Do you want DirectX 12? Well, you best get Windows 10, fucker. And then you're trying to basically merge the Xbox and PC to make them the same thing. Because at this point, the Xbox One is little more than your tile interface for Windows. That's what it is. You're trying to merge them. And so you're taking away the benefits of the console from the console. You're taking away the benefits of the PC from the PC. Because that's exactly what people want. People want games that are being run as apps through a closed proprietary store that has a monopoly, that also, is that going to be allowing modding? I somehow fucking doubt it. So you're just intent on shitting on both sides of the coin, are you? You want to fuck up PC gaming and you want to fuck up consoles for your fucking bullshit. Fuck off, Microsoft. Just fuck off. Number 2, Zoe Quinn. Holy shit, why do I have to talk about you again? Fuck. You might remember last month I covered the game Stolen and how Democratic Senator Catherine Clark complained to them, and other people did, and the game was pulled from sale. It's a game where little squealing teenage girls could buy someone's social media profile and they could sell it and they'd be like, ha 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 ha, I own Justin Bieber. It's fucking shit. Was pulled from the store because of the potential for abuse of using people's pictures without their knowledge and blah blah blah. Yeah, it's deeply fucking upsetting. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's a deeply triggering thing. So anyway, the game has now come back. It's now come back, been rebranded. It's made some what they can see as improvements. Made it an opt-in thing, and they've made it you can be the biggest fan. Thumbs up, friend. Let's all be fans, rather than take out the fun competitive element. It's all about being the biggest fan. And it seems that Zoe Quinn stepped in, who has a close relationship with the woman who sent the letter that got the game pulled, and she's a paid consultant on the game. So they paid this woman and thanked her for it, the fucking idiots. And the reason this is here so high is because of these things are setting a dangerous precedent within gaming, and it's really pissing me the fuck off. Knobheads talking shit online and then going, make me a diversity consultant, make me this consultant, make me that, pay me, fucking pay me. Jesus fucking Christ. It's not enough that you can have an opinion. It's not enough that you can share your thoughts with the world. It's not enough that you can get people and you can have, get involved in the zeitgeist of the cut and thrust of internet conversation. Oh, fucking no. You need to get paid, don't you, you fucking mewling twat. You just have to fucking get your beak wet, don't you? Basically, you're trying to create this situation where people have to pay you for you not to whinge at them. Because you complained about this game, and you are now not complaining about this game because they paid you to tell them what to do. Do you not see the problem with this? It's extortion. It's also fucking social engineering. It's also trying to enforce your viewpoint of the world on other people through bullying and extortion. It's actually fucking despicable that this has been done. It's really, really fucking insidious. You see all of these people who make a palaver on social media about how fucking terrible they have it because some people called them a twat on the internet, and oh my fucking god, they are not, if they're not immediately either shilling a Patreon, they want speaking fees to go to some convention, or they're demanding that people pay them to be a consultant to stop them whinging at them. And I swear to God, this is not the only time this has happened. People are generally saying, if you want me to not complain about you, pay me to tell you what to do. Fuck off. Just fuck off. People like you are a fucking cancer. Just fuck off. Number 1, the Mary Sue. Now, the Mary Sue is not really generally affiliated with gaming beyond the fact that they seem to just despise gaming and gamers because gaming is awful. Now, they published an article a little while ago about can they remake Final Fantasy VII without the sexism, and it was the dumbest fucking article you have ever read. It talks about basically, should they kill Cloud instead? And it was just full of fucking stupid, stupid shit. Some people called it for what it was. A troll job. It was either the job of somebody who's a fucking idiot or someone who's being a troll. Now, the writer is someone who goes by the honestly perfectly reasonable name of Sandy Beaches. That is of no way a red flag. Sandy Beaches. Because that's a name that people have. That's a normal, totally normal name that's in no way a comedic pseudonym. No fucking way. No chance in hell. Anyway, let me introduce you to Sandy Beaches, shall I? And she got a fucking spectacular beard. Jesus fucking Christ. Meet Sandy Beaches. Somebody who wrote it in 30 fucking minutes. Thinking, do you know what? Let's see if I can put the dumbest shit back to paper and see what I can get of it. Sent it. What did they do? Did they vet it for factual accuracy? No, they fucking did not. Did they find out who this person actually was before they published the article? No, they did not. No, they did no vetting. They didn't ask for a CV. They didn't know who this fucking person was. They just received this unsolicited, stupid fucking article and they went ahead and published it, and they have only just now removed it with a comment saying, oh, we're very sorry, it basically turns out this person is a troll. Not, oh, we're very sorry, it turns out to not be true. Oh no, the wrong person said it. Because I'll tell you what, if anyone who was actually in part of this bullshit kind of I hate gamers media side, if they wrote it, they'd have still put it up. Despite the fact it's wrong, despite the fact it's fucking stupid, despite the guy who put it in there said it was the most outrageously stupid thing he's ever written. Took him half an hour, it's the most successful thing he's ever written. People were going crazy. Obviously most people were going crazy because it was fucking dumb. And they were telling the Mary Sue that your article's a piece of shit. And they didn't give a fuck. They didn't fucking care. They only care now because their Sandy Beaches writer turns out to be some hairy dude. Which is, to him, I say, fucking great fucking troll job. But to you, fucking assholes, again, you people are poisoning the well for gaming. Constantly with your fucking bullshit. With your everything's sexist, everyone hates women and minorities and it's awful and games are terrible. You're so fucking keen. You are so keen that you jump at any opportunity to shit on a gamer, don't you? You just fucking hate gaming. You fucking hate gamers. Fine. Go out of your way to publish whatever fucking hateful, stupid bollocks you could come up with. You know, publish an article. All male gamers have got little dicks or something. You know, whatever the fuck makes you happy, you cockhole. And you are feeding this environment. You are feeding the really negative nature and the side of gaming right now. People like you are propagating it. And you're too fucking dumb to even know if the arguments you're publishing make any kind of sense. And you couldn't give a fuck, could you? Because all you care about doing is slapping people down and being a piece of shit. Fuck off. You worthless fucking dickheads. I hope you never publish another piece of work to do with video gaming ever again. Just fuck off. Again, it's not your place. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not part of this community. You don't fucking care. So fuck off. Just fuck off. So fucking sick of you people. So sick of the way you pollute and fucking ruin such a fun hobby. I'm very sorry it's popular enough for you to try and shit on it now, trying to fucking co-opt it and make it your own. If it would already be your own if you were a gamer. But you're not. You don't give a fuck. You just like shitting on it. Shitting on it and make people capitulate and fucking bow to you. Fuck off. Fuck off. Nobody wants to pander to you. You don't get to force people through shame and bullshit articles. Get fucked. Anyway guys, thanks a lot for watching. Catch you guys later.